There are millions of species that live on our planet. From the blue seas to the sandy deserts to the Arctic, our planet is very beautiful. In the Arctic in particular, a number of species have been able to survive and thrive for a number of years. The Arctic also keeps our planet's temperature in equilibrium. However, in the past few decades, our planet has been warming. Yes, we hear about the global warming in television, and sometimes we might just feel inspired even for a few seconds to actually do something about it and act and make a difference. But in reality, all of us get entangled into some problems and we just keep on forgetting that global warming exists. But what we need to know is that global warming does happen and we need to do something about it. And I want to show you, if you don't do something about it, what will happen by taking you to the year 2061 with a very good and funny character most of us know. His name is The Little Prince. It is April of 2061. Halley's Comet is approaching our planet. On board is the Little Prince who has come once more to visit our planet. This time he decides to jump and land in the Arctic about 50 kilometers away from Bear, Alaska. Just before he lands, he notices from outer space that our planet's color has become much more blue than his last visit. As he walks, he comes across a polar bear trying to jump from one piece of ice to another piece of ice. Upon meeting the bear, he notices that the bear is very weak, and he asks, "Are you alright, my friend? Is there anything I can do?" The bear responds, "Life is no longer the same. I am one of the few bears left in the Arctic. There is no food and I can barely find any ice to stand on. The only solution I know of lies with the humans, for they have the capabilities to drastically slow down and stop this change." With these words, our little prince leaves the bear with words of hope and walks on in search of finding humans. A few hours later, he meets a fox, and after asking the fox why he's so depressed, the fox says, "I feel so lonely with no friends and family around me. I'm so sad to say this, but the only help that you can give me comes by encouraging humans to stop this from happening." With this, our little prince gave the same words of hope he'd given the bear and walked down for 30 minutes until he could walk no more because there was no ice left to walk on. He waits a while and sees a ship approaching. When the ship arrives, the little prince is happy to have the chance to meet with humans to solve this crisis. He asks for a solution to this continuous melting of ice and tells the humans of how concerned the fox and bear were about their futures. After a moment of pause, a young teen who had been thinking for a while came up and said, "There is a solution, and that solution lies in us, the young people, for our actions affect the future. We are today's youth population, but we will soon be tomorrow's leaders, and if we take the climate change in the Arctic seriously, we can return our planet back to its earlier balance." I hope that by the time the Little Prince comes around, that our planet will be back to normal. Cities like New York, Boston, and San Francisco will be under flooding if we do not do anything about this issue. We will have more hurricanes, we will have more droughts, more heat waves, and a shortage of water in our Great Lakes. Countries like India, China, France, and Great Britain will have their coastlines underwater, which will cause a huge economic and human disaster.
Well, why is this important to me?
Well, we are going to be, as tomorrow's generation, we, the youth, are going to feel this the most, because we will be tomorrow's leaders then, and we have to make the right decisions to solve this issue of global warming for once and for all, because we have the power and the knowledge to educate ourselves and to work together to achieve this outstanding result of solving the issue of global warming once and for all, in sake of our previous generations, our current generations, and our future generations, because we can do it. It's our future, it's our planet, and we will feel the effects of this.